Well, Anand, what do you make of Australia's approach in that first session? Do you think they overestimated India's batting ability? What do you make of the timing of their declaration? Was it a bit delayed?
Yeah, the question of the declaration is always going to come up, especially when you go so close to the end of the day's play and then the teams shake hands and walk off. But I don't think you can criticize Steve Smith as he came out in the press conference after the game and explained the bowlers were pretty much shot by the end of it. Ryan Harris had given a pretty big effort both in the first innings and the second, and they realized that they were not in a position from which they could win the game. They needed only 4 wickets, and the Indian tails done really badly. But even that said, they had a feeling that they were not going to get those 4 breakthroughs, and they called it off. I think in hindsight, you can always criticize declarations like this, but it would be unfair on Steve Smith to do so.
The shot, Anand, that Rahane played to get out, the time of the match, the circumstances at the time, of course, if it had come off, we wouldn't have discussed it. But considering the circumstances, a tad irresponsible.
Well, you live by the sword and die by the sword. As it's been pointed out, Ajinkya Rahane and Virat Kohli have made a lot of runs on the pull shot. They both got off the mark, even today with the pull shot. They've controlled the shot pretty well for the best part. And this was not a pitch that was bouncing alarmingly, and the fast bowlers were really down on their fitness by the time these shots were played. The timing of the dismissals was a bit unfortunate, and India would have been really kicking themselves if they had gone on to lose this game. But having drawn, I think Dhoni will still back his batsmen to go and play the shots when they want to.
And how would the Indians take this result, Anand? At various points, they were in good positions. Well, they've not lost this test, unlike in Adelaide and Brisbane, but they've now gone and lost the series again.
Yeah, there's two ways of looking at it. That's a really interesting question. You could look at it as settling for a draw, or the other way of looking at it is that you lost the series. And India will be feeling the pain of losing the series. But having lost 4-0 more than once in the recent past, they'll be happy that at least this one isn't a whitewash.
Thanks a lot, Anand. Reporting for Wisden India from the MCG. Of course, big news coming in is that MS Dhoni has retired from Test cricket. He won't be leading India out in the fourth Test in Sydney. We'll probably hear from Anand on that very, very soon. For the moment, we'll leave it there.